Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Trojans have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wasting no time taking a shot. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Simpson. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The short hands, it's Young. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Can't get him to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Young. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Pulls it in, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. second down. Back to pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call.
The ball's free. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do it better. Turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So
a shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Right on target this time. What a throw! Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
Oh, that's a really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Lane. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Trojans. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner.
It's a running room. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Edwards. Now the connection takes it to the 11. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. direct snap. It's Young. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First, sneaks it in.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Ncaa. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lane. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Ncaa. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point was good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Past the first down marker and still running. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can...
It's a seam wide open! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. It's on target and complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. This drive will start from the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got it in the middle, it's Edwards. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook that there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll say he goes out of bounds, marking at the 46.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Trying to pay off this red zone trip. Looking to throw on 3rd. The sweet feet buy a little time. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You got to love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Jordan. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To throw, it's Ncaa. Unloads it left. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Run out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pound their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Hale. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Looking for more room. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they're after him! Touchdown, Southern Cal! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. And we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, USC.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for...
Oh, a lot of space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over.
And the defense, got him at the 27. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
I think the head coach might need to have a talk with his QB and just try to get him settled down because he looks out of sorts right now. He's already thrown 2 picks. Trying to throw that ball up his back leg. The coach needs to get his QB settled because he seems like he's rattled right now.
Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Has to get there to move the sticks. Powers through the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
One more play to pad the stats. Now the play fake. Going for it all. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it.